how do we get our children to listen to us, to respect us, to follow our rules, and to treat us properly? Many questions there. All these questions root back to some foundational stuff, in my opinion. And my opinion is based off many hours of parenting and many hours of parenting different kids. So I have learned what works and what doesn't work. So, discipline. We want to teach, we don't want to punish. If we use fear-based parenting tactics, our children will not receive the message. If someone is scared or if someone is alarmed, they enter a state of the stress response: fight, flight, or freeze. So when you're in that state, you're not going to hear anything that your parent is telling you. So if you find yourself repeating yourself over and over, if you find yourself having the same power struggles, the battles, most likely the message is not being received by your child. So don't get me wrong, I'm not saying we have a house where we don't have rules and expectations, where that leads choices to earning privileges or consequences. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you want to make sure that you're teaching and the message is being received. So how do we communicate and connect to our children? How do we make sure that our messages are being received so we don't have the same conversation over and over again? There's two acronyms I want to share with you that I got from this book. And the first one is COAL. So not the black substance coal, but coal as in C as in curious, O as in open, A as in accepting, and L as in loving. So you want to be curious, open, accepting, and loving anytime you talk to your kid. If you're not in that state, you want to wait till you're in that state. If you snap at them or talk to them when you're not in that state, you can go back, you can talk about the emotions you felt, you can apologize if need be, and wait till you're in that curious, open, accepting, and loving state. If you're in that state, they're most likely going to enter that state as well. And when you're both in that state, you can join through communication, you can connect, you can collaborate, you can really have a great conversation about what you want to teach. The other acronym is PART. So P as in presence, A as in attunement, R as in resonance, and T as in trust. So you want to have presence, you want to both be present in the conversation, not distracted, not in flight, or freeze. You want to have attunement, where you're in tune with each other's emotions, where you can kind of feel what your kid's going on there, they can feel what's going on for you. Resonance, you want the conversation to resonate, you want them to take something from the conversation, you want them to take a teachable moment that they can move on with and keep in their own memory bank, something you guys can build up for another conversation. And T, trust. Obviously you need your child to trust you, that you're safe, that you're not judging, that you're not interrogating, that you're not criticizing, and you want to trust your child that they're not lying or being defensive or trying to get away with something. So if you remember those two acronyms, COAL and PART, I think they will help you with your, in terms of getting your children to follow your lead, to live in a healthier and happier